Hello, and welcome back to this channel. Today is going to be a super fun video because today we are going to be doing another informational plant tour. Especially today, there is a lot to talk about. So before we do start today's video, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you not miss our video. Please like this video. Let's go and start today's video. Now, being fully honest, I would really like to start with the aquaponics and all the new fish. But really, yesterday we did a ton of work with all the plants in here. So I really want to go ahead and cover everything that's new and just absolutely thriving in here. So I'm just gonna kind of go like that, and let me know if you guys see anything new. Please comment that down in the next 3 seconds, and then I'll go ahead and tell you guys what is brand new. All right, so starting the tour off with the oregano. That's doing phenomenal. I'm very, very excited for that. I've actually done some research in the past few days about maybe starting like a seasoning shop on like Etsy or something for you guys. I will have to get a lot of stuff like some permits, a lot of other stuff. I don't really think I'm going to do that for a while. Plus, I was actually reading some stuff for the like health department and all of that fun stuff, and you have to have your area inspected. And I don't really think I would get approved if tropical was another room. So, saying that too, if you guys are new, we don't really sell any of our stuff. We only grow for finding new ways to grow stuff. Usually, I will eat it myself, do some videos on that. But most of this channel is just growing stuff, seeing the best ways to grow stuff, and experimenting to see what's good, and just learning. So, mustard, brand new in the just the room. Dill, same thing here. Both of these are starting to absolutely thrive. Very, very excited for both of those. And just all of these will be a very, very fun experience to work with. Going down to this shelf, there's a lot happening right here. First thing is going to be the cilantro. Now, the cilantro is like completely hidden, which is so funny. I'm tempted to just kind of leave it, let it grow, and then use all of that cilantro for seasoning too. Now, the only reason why I say I'm tempted is because all of these seeds, all of these plants, I meant to kind of move over to the aquaponics. The aquaponics are growing quite slowly, and I'm also kind of trying to stall a little bit while I can see what method is the best, if I want to use sponges or if I want to use clay pebbles. So that'll be interesting to work with. But basil, I'm actually working with and growing that some different ways that I'll tell you guys in a second. All of these are doing amazing, and I think I might just leave them for now, let them grow, and then see how that goes. Then going down the shelf, we have a lot going on here, and I really feel like in the past few days, these have really skyrocketed in growth, especially the True Leaf Market strawberries. Those are doing absolutely phenomenal, and they're growing really, really quickly. The strawberries that I started my own from actual strawberries are doing all right. They're definitely growing quite slowly, but at the end of the day, still thriving. Then going over to this middle shelf, we have a lot going on here too. We have lemongrass, kind of slowing down, but we'll see how that goes. Then peppermint, same thing here, but we'll just see how all of this goes and just kind of learn more about that. Then these tomatoes, I haven't really talked about these much on the channel yet, but I have a lot of big videos planned. We're testing these out hydroponic way, and so far they're working actually pretty good. I will say growing them in soil is obviously going to work a lot better because we started these at the same time, and that's the difference. So a lot of stuff there. But going down to this shelf, we have big news right here. We're growing blueberries, and I actually got blueberries from actual blueberries. And then same thing with the strawberries. Now, obviously, looking at these strawberries over there, they haven't really done great, but we'll see how these go. I ended up getting a lot more of these germination trays that I'm using under it. You can see it there. So I'll be using those a lot more. I ended up getting the pack of 4, so that means I have 5 now. And that'll be very, very fun to work with in the future. So I also ended up individually wrapping these up so I can like examine stuff. Yeah, see how that goes. And the strawberries, same thing with that. Now, the last time I did do this, it took about 2-3 weeks for everything to germinate, and I'm predicting the same thing for that. So we won't really have much to really talk about for a while, but we'll see how things go. Then going down to this level, there's a lot of amazing stuff right here. We ended up taking a lot of this stuff off this giant tray. We were still trying to grow a lot more stuff there too, but we have one sad plant in the broccoli pot. But let me tell you what, once that does start to grow, it will grow very, very quickly and get very, very big. Cucumbers, kind of the same thing, but they're more vines, so they'll just go up a little bit more and then they'll just kind of go over the pot. Same thing with the other pot of the cucumbers. And then going all the way up the shelf, turning around, and we got one of my favorite plants I always grow, the sugar peas. I really, really love these plants, just everything about this, just the experience, the vibe of it. One of my favorite memories of growing peas is when I was really, really young, about like 6-8 years ago. We were growing peas outside, just in a big pot, and be that like June experience of just going outside every morning, picking some pea pods off the actual plant, trying that, just best taste ever. Nothing can beat extremely fresh peas right off the plant. Same thing with tomatoes, but the tomatoes, absolutely wonderful plants. Really, really love these. I will say, I'm wondering when these will start to start producing tomatoes. We'll just have to see what happens very soon, because yesterday I was filming in the greenhouse and these were like down to here, so significant growth. And like once the grow lights turned off, I was still in the room for like 3 or 4 hours, and seriously, I could notice a huge difference. They really skyrocketed in growth, which was just absolutely amazing to see. So I'll do constant updates on that, and I'll let you guys know once they do start to flower, and we'll do some big videos with that. Then, this is one of my favorite methods. I call it the bunched up pea method, meaning it's just pretty much the same as growing them, kind of spread it out, but I ended up growing this in a very small pot, ton of seeds in that little small pot, and then once they got big, I ended up transplanting it in this pot, and now they're really growing out their roots. This planting method, I call it the more spread it out method, where they can grow out their roots a lot more in a just bigger area. Then, talking about this, we have a lot of stuff throughout here. Looks like that cucumber plant isn't doing great, but all of these doing pretty good. We have broccoli right here, cucumbers right here, celery right here, and that's slowly starting to start. So I'm gonna slowly wait for that to grow, and then I'll transplant that and then into a different pot, and I'll probably transplant it in like one of those pots. Then we have, I'm assuming that's, yes, that is poppy seeds right there. We got daisies right here, and then we got cosmos right here. And I'll be talking about where those plants were transplanted in a second. Well, actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about them now. They're right here. These are doing phenomenal so far. We got cosmos right here. You can see all of those right there. And then we also got poppy seeds right here. The poppy seeds don't look as good, but at the end of the day, they're still doing pretty good. Going down to some of my favorite plants, which is going to be rosemary. Now, if you guys have me make a list of my top 5 plants that I really, really love to grow, and one of my favorite experiences to grow, this will probably be. I do like other plants a little bit more. Like peas would probably be number 1. Tomatoes probably following up, and then rosemary. Just something about rosemary I really, really love. Just the smell, just how they grow is just so cool. And seriously, like, out of all the plants I've really grown before, rosemary has got to be the easiest plant I've ever grown. Bunching onions, I don't have much experience growing this, and for some reason there keeps being like weird stuff growing in these. I'm assuming it's just weeds and just stuff we really don't want in the soil. So we'll see how that goes, but kind of just looking at these are doing really, really good, and I really feel like ever since I transplanted them in these pots, they've like doubled their size. So that's really, really exciting. Going down to this pot, we ended up transplanting some of our basil I was telling you guys about into these little pots. They don't look great now. They'll take about 3 days before we really start seeing just growth and success in those. But check out these strawberry plants. They are finally growing new leaves. So you can see one starting right there. one starting right there, one starting right there. Same with that, or I just talked about that actually. And then just, it's really, really exciting to see they're coming back and once again thriving. Now, speaking of strawberries, let's go ahead and go outside to kind of our strawberry field. Now, I will say, for it being February, it is actually really, really warm. I think the high for today is like 60, which is actually quite bad because it's about to get extremely cold throughout the next few days. And so these plants are starting to just grow, which is good, but it's also a really, really bad thing because you can see they're definitely starting to grow, meaning they are going to do really good, but I'm also a little bit nervous because they could be quite hurt once it starts to go below freezing in about 2 days. So let's hope they do kind of get some warnings later tonight. It'll get a little bit warmer tomorrow, and then they go back in hibernation. So pretty much all the plants are doing that. So a little bit nervous about that. And then, yeah, so I'll see you guys when we get back inside and start talking about the other plants. So even though this is a plant informational plant tour, we're just going to go ahead and talk about the fish because might as well. So if you guys have been following up with the channel in the past few days, we've done a lot of work with this fish tank. We've added new fish, we've added new snails, we've added new plants. We've taken out a lot of the fake plants. We do still have some fake plants. You can see them in the middle. They kind of look like just grass. So definitely still okay. And the reason why I did put those in is because I did not get enough plants to the point where I could have some big plant in the middle. So I ended up throwing that in just to help the plants do just another good hiding spot for the fish to thrive in. So if you look around, there's so much life. First thing is going to be, we actually have, I think, 4 snails in here. We have 1 dark snail. We have three of these mystery snails. So we might start having some snail eggs soon, and then we'll do a lot of work with that. So that'll be very exciting. But if you're looking around, we actually have this like Chinese algae eating fish. You can see right there, beautiful, beautiful fish. And I really, really want that kind of fish in the ecosystem I'm gonna do very soon. And then if you look, you can see a black goldfish right there. Such a beautiful goldfish. Maybe we could get like a top view from it. It's kind of right there. That's just the view we're gonna have to get. It's right there. Such a beautiful fish. Really, really cool eyes, and it's really been kind of chill lately. So have the other fish, but pretty much all of the fish are being quite just kind of relaxing. I just ended up feeding the fish a few seconds ago. So you can see that black goldfish is actually eating. All the other ones were eating first, but the black fish has really been back there against the kind of heater and the big bunched up plants right there. So that's interesting. So I think that's kind of its home, where it's just feels comfortable. Got a little bit nervous earlier when I walked in the room to do some work off camera. So that'll be interesting, but all the plants are definitely doing good. You can see the biggest goldfish right there. That one's a beautiful, beautiful goldfish. We also got some pretty cool ones. You can see that one looks like a koi one. You can see one back there that will get more of a kind of a bubble face. Just really, really cool fish. You can see, I really need that. I'm trying to stall to see if that black fish ends up moving out of that spot, but it's kind of just slowly relaxing right there. Okay, it's slowly starting to move. You can check that out. A beautiful, beautiful fish. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of work with a lot of these. Oh, there we go, there we go. We got a side view, and it moves again. Well, I guess I'll do an update in like 10 minutes with that after the video's done with, and see if it did move. But kind of talking about all the plants, because this obviously is going to be an informational plant tour. A lot of these plants are starting to thrive. I have noticed a little bit more signs of root rot, which means there's too much water, not enough oxygen in the actual tubes, which is understandable because I've actually had some problems with that in the past. But looks like the plants are still doing absolutely amazing. We got some problems right there, and those roots don't look amazing. So a little bit nervous with that, but at the end of the day, it's still okay. Then going through here, obviously the bunching onions aren't doing as good as I was hoping. But to be honest, I knew they were going to do that. And this was more of a test to see how they would react to this kind of a thing. Then we have a ton of lettuce. All of those are doing pretty good. And what's kind of funny is when I grew the lettuce in the system before, they looked really bad. Well, once I actually put it in, they got worse. And then they got better. So it's kind of weird, but still understandable there. And then we got a lot of other stuff. We got buttercrunch lettuce, oak leaf, red, grand lettuce, and bunching onions right there. We also got tango lettuce, parsley, and I really need to go ahead and harvest that. And then we got sugar peas, and that'll be very, very interesting to see how that goes very soon. Hydroponics still going through a lot, and we'll just see how these do. And it'll be a cool experience to see if they do good, if they do bad. And looks like a lot of these plants are doing okay. You can see there's a lot of algae on that root structure, which is quite bad. But at the end of the day, it's fine. As long as all of these do okay, it's still fine at the end of the day. But if you look around, a lot of these plants are still just not doing great. Really not a lot of progress lately. But going over here, fish saw me. You could see them all huddled up. I'm trying to look for that black goldfish again. And I think I'm not seeing it anymore, actually. Maybe. Oh, we got a snail back there, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see the snail right there. In there, so that's interesting. Oh, yeah. You can see the goldfish right there. Beautiful, beautiful goldfish. You can see one of the snails actually kind of just moving there. Beautiful, beautiful fish. I really love them. And we'll see how they do really soon. I will say, I don't really want... Oh, looks like the fish are kind of playing there. That's pretty cool. But I don't really think I want goldfish in the ecosystem. I'm going to check out some other fish and talk to the fish worker people there at the store and see what they have to recommend. I also have a lot of stuff in mind that I'm not really going to say yet because I want it to be more of a surprise. And I'm going to start doing a lot of work on that very soon. And yeah, so this is going to be the end of the video. If you guys like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you do not miss our video, and please like this video. I just really want to give it a second to thank you all for watching today's video and supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace